Hey there, website owners, this is Alex, and today we're diving into the fascinating world of technical SEO. So, think of your website as a car. You can have the coolest paint job and the fanciest interior. That's your website's design and content. But if the engine sputters, which is your technical SEO, no one's really going for a ride. Technical SEO is the behind-the-scenes work that makes your website attractive to search engines like, Google. It's all about helping those search engine spiders crawl your site, understand your content, and rank you higher in search results. The higher you rank, the more people find your site, and the more your business grows. It's honestly that simple. In this guide, we'll break down technical SEO into bite-sized pieces, using plain English that even your pet hamster could understand. We'll explore how search engines work, how to optimize your website's structure, and how to make sure your site is accessible, fast, and mobile-friendly. So, get ready to transform your website from a sputtering jalopy into a finely tuned race car. Ever wondered how search engines like Google find and rank billions of web pages? It's honestly like a giant library constantly being organized by tiny librarians called crawlers or bots. These bots are basically pieces of software that follow links from page to page, much like you would click through a website. They start with known pages and then follow links to new ones, creating this massive web of interconnected content. As they crawl, they analyze the content of each page, looking for keywords, images, videos, and other elements that help them understand what the page is about. This whole process is called crawling or spidering. Think of it like a detective searching for clues. The crawler gathers information about your website's content, structure, and how it connects to other pages on the web. This information is then used to create an index, a massive database that search engines use to retrieve relevant results for users' searches. Now, you might not want search engine bots to crawl every nook and cranny of your website, right? Maybe you have some private pages or areas under construction. That's where robots.txt comes in. It's kind of like a keep-out sign for those busy bots. Robots.txt is a simple text file that lives in the root directory of your website, like www.yourwebsite.com/robots.txt. It tells search engine crawlers which pages or sections of your site they're allowed to access and which ones they should stay away from. You can specify specific bots, directories, or even individual files. For example, if you don't want Google to index your admin directory, you would add the following line to your robots.txt file. User agent googlebot disallow /admin/. Just remember, robots.txt is not a security measure. It's simply a way to guide well-behaved bots and prevent them from wasting their time on pages you don't want indexed. Section 4. XML Sitemaps, your website's roadmap. Imagine walking into a library with millions of books and no catalog. Finding the right book would be impossible. That's where an XML sitemap comes in. It's like a neatly organized table of contents for your website, making it easy for search engines to find and understand all your pages. An XML sitemap is a file that lists all the URLs of your website, along with some metadata about each page, such as when it was last updated and how important it is. This helps search engines crawl your site more efficiently and ensure that they don't miss any important pages. You can create an XML sitemap manually, or use online tools and plugins to generate one automatically. Once you have your sitemap, you need to submit it to Google Search Console and other search engines so they can crawl it and update their index. Section 5. Indexing and noindex controlling visibility. Now that you understand how search engines crawl and index websites, let's talk about controlling which pages show up in search results. By default, most pages on your website are set to be indexed, meaning they are eligible to appear in search results. However, there are times when you might want to prevent certain pages from being indexed. For example, you might have pages with duplicate content, private user information, or pages that are still under construction. In these cases, you can use a noindex tag to tell search engines not to index the page. The noindex tag is a piece of code that you add to the head section of your HTML code. It looks like this: meta name equals robots content equals noindex. When a search engine crawler encounters this tag, it will not index the page, and it will not appear in search results. However, it's important to note that the page may still be accessible if other websites link to it.